Okay. Okay. Cool. So, like my mic is working there. Play until did I get the running select? No.
あなたがクラウドさんですか？元ソルジャーの。今は何でもや。ねえ、ファリア先生、怒ってる？はい、怒っています。見回りに出た子供たちが帰ってこないんです。約束した勉強の時間なのに誰も。見回りってハウスの子供たちがやってる恩返しだよね。ええ。寄付のお礼にゴミを拾ったりお使いをしたり、かなり好評なんですよ。見ませんでしたか？私、夜に予定があって、その支度もしなきゃいけないのに。探してくる？ありがとうございます。見回りに出ている子供たちは5人。手作りの剣を背負っているので、すぐにわかると思います。
Okay. So I need to find the 5 kids. Oh, this way.
あ、エアリス、本を読むんだ。どう？お花、なかなかいい。とっても素敵。
Okay.
でしょ？そういえば、さっきエアリスの家のほら、黒いスーツの怖い感じの人。
Doesn't sound good.
近頃ヤバいモンスターも多くなってる。クラウドなら心配ないと思うけど。
モーグリモグの店にようこそ。
Seems useful, but don't need.
幸せに一歩近づいたっぽ。
I wonder if there are actual Moogles in the game, or if they're all kids dressed in costume.
Cloud-san、自分は強い男になりたいであり。すごい気合だね。非常時ですから。魔航路が爆発してハウスにも新しい仲間増えるかも。先生の負担がまた増えるであります。
その先生が
うっかりであります。ハウスに帰還するであります。
あんた何でもやだろ。
This way.
何でも屋さんに助けてもらったんだって。
引っ越してきたはいいけど。列車はまだ止まってたか。いい武器だな。オールマーケットで。あんたそうじゃん。
And
すごかったな。
爆破予告のおかげで。
どういうことだ。
特製ミートボール食べてかない？
ミートボールはいかが？マルケの煮込みだよ。甘さとスパイスのハーモニー。
恋しくなるね。一番の次は5番か。
a little annoying.
面倒なことに勘弁してね。
煙もくもく。この香り。秘伝の甘辛ソースだよ。
ソースの甘辛レベルは選べるよ。
スラム好きなんて俺ってアバランチのやつらどんだけたまにモンスターが入り込むんだ。でもよ、もう一度あんた金貸してくれたりする？今日はもう休みだな。
We're only in
やっぱりスラムは慣れないな。
hope
知り合いが何でも屋さんに。
考えすぎ。
back there.
初めてのスラム。点検。
新製品は日向ぼっこしたチョコボの香りだよ。
最近扉がギーギー。
There's a light.
またやりたいな。あんちゃん、見かけない顔だな。もっと飛べ。そこに登りたい。
3.
ごめんなさい。ミックス兄ちゃんがくれたもん。あ、ソルジャーさん。マコールが壊されてまた戦争が始まるかも。本当かな。
その前に心
フォリア先生との約束。私帰るね。ただその後がね、物騒な街になってしまった。
Ate a little too much fish. Stomach is kind of... Oh. Last one?
クラウド。見回りの調子、いつもより街がざわついてる。よく見てるね。あ、勉強する約束。
Okay, that wasn't too bad.
これで全員だね。ハウスに戻ろう。俺も
戦争は終わったと思っていたのにね。舞台は恐ろしい。
おかげさまで子供たちが。では張り切って。ガマオが出たぞ。前よりなんとかしないとな。ガ
Code King?
秘密基地の奥に出るカエルの門。
凶暴で
Hmm.
をかぶってるの。ソルジャーさんなら
ああ、しかも簡単にな。
お金なんかな。自警団ならタダだよ。
他の大人に知らせたら秘密基地が立ち。
あそこはみんなの大事な場所なの。足りない分は俺が店を出したら払うから。どうしてもダメなら自分たちで
3ギルでどうだ？秘密基地のガマオ退治は3ギル。
商談ガマオは秘密基地の奥の方にいる。
Okay.
凶暴なやつだから気をつけろよ。
Code King, their hideout.
秘密基地はみんなの大事な場所なんだ。
アバランチのせいでうちのじいちゃんが元気になっちゃって。
ホグヤ、面白いやつだろ。変わってるけど付き合うと
どう？これ素質ある？
Where is he? Him?
困ったな。よかった。
Where is he?
俺の仕事。
私の仕事もあるでしょ。やっ。
どうってことない。
I have to go all the way in. This is shaping up all the modern Final Fantasies with a bunch of long quests. Send me right back to places I already was.
じゃあね。困ったな。
Yeah.
進むぞ。
Arian. Okay, that's gotta be him.
突破する。
That's him.
戦車。
Okay. What is happening? Heal. Oh.
そこから狙える？
Mm. Oh.
さあ頑張ろう。
Ah. Get away.
俺ができる。
Oh. Okay. Here we go. Oh, don't. Oh, it already ended? Okay. Hmm. Wait. Are both of you protected? Hmm. Can I spam my way out of this? Or is it just... Uh... Okay. There we go.
当然の結果だ。
Now I can just return. Okay.
ガマオ
I don't know if I need to do all of these quests.
しかも簡単に。
やったさすがクラウド
これでみんな安心して遊べる
ありがとうはいお礼
Nailed that.
絶対3ギル分はあると思う
遊ぶ時間はありませんよ
Is that for Cloud?
やっておく
はい
ガマオ退治ありさすが先生そうありたいんですけど夢のため仲間のため困っている人あの子たちがつまずいたり転んだりしないようにそれはもうでもみんながそういう気持ちを伝えたくて他人の
Oh, that's
技を
nice of
感
her.
じてもらうにはすごい先輩の見よう見まねです
One second.
尊敬する先輩のスタイルを引き継いだというかああビッグス先輩に比べたら私なんか全然あいけない私そろそろ出ないと
用事あるんだった
用事っていうか夢ですありがとうございました
I'm back.
なんだろうね
興味ないね。
秘密基地を守ってくれてありがとうお礼に特別にあれに参加できるよう話を通してもう一度秘密基地に行ってみてよ
Want to just continue. I know what that is. Oh. Ah, I forgot to use that. Oh, that's kind of... Oh, but I can't equip any materia? Hmm. What I have. Okay. Hmm. Doesn't seem that good, comparatively. Get this.
ろんな事件のせいで休んでたクラッシュボックス。
Whack-a-bop.
カードのおかげだ。そうだ。町内会の前にいる何でも屋を探してるってよ。
クラウド、いいとこ。一番たくさん箱を壊した人は本当は子供しか参加できない。
Hmm. Okay, I'll try. Hmm. I didn't. There we go. Are there any red boxes? There's some red. Oh. I don't know if that counted. Final prize? Hey Ark, how are you doing? Spectral cogwheel. What does that do? Oh, does look kind of useful. Is there an easy way to whack-a-box it? Whack-a-box strategy. That's what I was thinking. I thought that full slash would probably be good. Okay. I still kind of kick myself that, like, back when I was in university, I didn't ever get into that. I mean, I'm sure everybody thinks that, but... Got that. Hey, look. Red box build. Nice. Okay. Now I don't need to worry. Okay. That's good. Ah, that's good. I have never been able to get super interested in stocks or money. Is probably a byproduct of privilege, but my parents were always really interested in real estate and things like that. So that's what they always have told me to try investing in. Probably should start doing at some point. And then my partner is very interested in currency exchange like that, but bores me to tears. Yeah, obviously. Why would I help him?
噂の盗賊スラムエンジェルのことならどんな情報も。
リーフハウスの子たちいつも話し相手になってくれるの。おかげで気持ちが若返る。
あらやだなあ、スラムエンジェル謎よ。必ず予告状を出してまるで手品みたいに盗むのよ。は、手品という。
Yeah, like the GameStop thing that was happening recently.
朝でいいなら私だってモンスターが正体だって聞いたわよ。私なんてあと20個
I haven't heard somebody talk about it like that before. The GameStop thing that was happening recently. Like I read up enough to basically understand it. I think it just makes me kind of angry that it's all not real at a certain point. Like, people made a whole bunch of money on that. There were millions of dollars, millions or hundreds of millions, however much it was that volatile and was able to be created that way. And yet we still have people that are starving, while others can just play around that much of a fictitious thing. And if it is fictitious, then why can't it be used to help people?
久しぶりだねヤリス。
この人はミレイユさん、こっちはクラウド、元ソルジャーですご。
これを使いそうだ。噂は聞いたよ。今は活力新聞の依頼。
詳しいな。
噂話が大好きでね。
あいつの依頼は関係ない。話を聞いた。
おやおや、ちょうどいい。あとはちょっと裏を取ってくるから待ってな。あの記者と一緒に。
じゃあ空は
どうでした？
ミレイユさん、
はい
わかる？最新の情報くれるって。
Even in service industry kind of things, you know, like an actor gets paid to, you know, do something that makes people happy, but stocks are just, as an uneducated person, are just kind of fake numbers that don't really mean anything.
場所はどこですか？
裏道を進んだ先にある物見の高台。もう随分使われてない。
物見の高台ですね。すぐに行ってみます。
けど別の噂。
But I could see it being very technically interesting.
近頃その高台にモンスターが住み着いたとか。
I have a lot of, well, getting old, so I have a lot of friends that are starting to get very into stocks and things like that. Again, I should, really. Yeah, it just seems like a rigged game.
ならうってつけがいるじゃないか。
なんでも屋さん、もう一仕事頼みます。高台の様子を探ってください。
Where's Lookout Point? So far away. Okay, go for a run. Wonder if they actually mathed out how fast somebody like in good shape would run. Make it realistic how far away 300 meters is. Do you have much invested in cryptocurrencies now? What's What's the kind of new one? The pictures that are selling for way too much. Is it NFT or something like that? Hopefully this is the last side quest here.
あまり前に出る
Oh, right.
見せなきゃ。当たれ。離れてて。ね。
Huh. I didn't actually know you could get into it for that cheap at this point. That means you own a fraction of a Bitcoin, right? Oh, hello. Weak to lightning. Yep. I know the NBA is getting in on this one, where they're selling just like still, I mean, they almost look like trading cards, but they're digital. Oh, oh, that hurt.
私の出番。任せるね。
Oh, that's, oh, hey. Ah. Okay, I don't really like this bat. Am I? Oh, okay. Oh, oh, that wasn't too bad. Hey. Ah, I see. Ah, get behind him. Okay, that didn't do anything. Oh, really? Okay. I trust you.
まずは回復かな。やっ。
Oh. Okay. Probably heal Cloud. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I see. That's how you get the stagger gauge up, huh? What is Cloud doing? So your AI friends are not very smart, it seems like. Oh. Oh, that... I messed that up. Okay, so keep running. Rack up damage. Run away some more. I didn't equip Thunder. I was trying to raise my other things. But I'll see if magic does more than just Cloud going on his own. Forward. I did some more. Oh, do I just do double damage? No, I don't. Okay. Thanks for the advice. I would have been trying to just damage it down the whole way with Cloud. Thank you, thank you. Surprised they say Angel instead of NC. I hear that you have a long vacation coming up in the Philippines.
違いなく本物です。スラムエンジェルの予告カードです。へえ、これが大発見です。おや、このカードなんか書いてある。しつこき神羅の記者殿へ、おびき出して少々痛い目に遭わせるつもりでしたが、
何でもやと出会うとは幸運です。しかし次はどうなること。
スラムエンジェルか。
何でもやがいなきゃ悪かったね。情報通とか言われ
Is she the angel?
なって危うくあんたを死なせるところだ。
まあまあ、こうして無事だったわけですから。これに懲りず、私にも新鮮なスラム情報を流してくださいね。
My grandma was Catholic, and my dad kind of is. And back at the beginning of university, I was dating a Vietnamese girl that was Catholic. And I thought I would be good going to Catholic mass with her. And could, like, impress her family. But everything they do is just like, slightly different from Mexican Catholic Church. So I just wound up looking like an idiot, like standing at the wrong time and doing different movements and things.
報酬が低すぎるんだ。お試し期間でしょ。我慢我慢。さあ帰ろう。
Okay. Now I can finally leave. Oh, this guy in a suit. Yeah, I think they were happy I went. I am technically, personally, I am not religious, but my buddy is again, and he's Catholic, and his wife is Protestant. And they invited me to their wedding to perform the service. And I thought they wanted to avoid all the religious overtones, going with a non-religious person. But then when I got there, they handed me a priest's outfit, like robes and a stole, and told me they thought it would be funny if I wore that for the whole thing. I don't know what the difference is. I think the Catholic Church in my hometown was named St. Joseph's.
思った通りだな。タークスなんて見かけ倒しだ。お前もな。
Damn. Ooh. Ah. Oh. When did, oh, okay, good. Okay. Back. Forward. Throw. Oh. Ah. Nope. Ah. Oh. Yeah, seems like it. Be nice if she stayed awake. Oh. Oh, that was a throw. Okay. Oh shit, I broke one glass. How many does... That's so lame and cool. What is this? Stop it. Can I outrun this? Ah. Can outrun it. Okay. Cool. Oh. Can't leave home without 5 pairs? Is that gonna hit me? Oh! Oh, she's a... That hit both of us? Nice. No, again? I want to use her spirit thing one last time. Right, or Sorcerer's Storm. There we go. Nice, got it. I was kind of hoping they would double down on it and have me keep breaking his glasses. I remember there were funny parts in the original. Seems like they really upped the humor in this though. Or maybe it's just because of the medium? Like it being fully animated, voice acted, it gives them a chance to be funnier? I think I should just leave this for... Max MP. A heal again, which will be worth more than 150. There was a movie? I remember there was The Spirits Within, but that wasn't about Final Fantasy VII, was it? It was its own thing, I thought. Oh, I thought that was a game. Did they need to walk so slow?
花と話して
というそんな一日でした。
Hmm. Maybe I'll look it up sometime.
行こう。お母さん待ってる。
花なんだって。
お疲れ様って。嘘。何も聞こえない。でもね。
That's a little different in Japanese.
なんでもない。
Rather than they didn't say anything, she said I couldn't hear anything.
だろうな。一応聞こう。
本当？
あ。
あと少しって気するんだ。お花、何か話したがってる。何か言いたいことがある。そんな気するんだよね。
I've always wanted to see the Animatrix too, but never actually sat down to watch it.
あと一歩届かない。だから聞こえない。私いつもそう。そして諦めちゃうの。
そんな風には見えない。諦めるようには。
I'll be right back.
それはね、今日は頑張ってるもん。
ああ、何かあったのか？
さあ、行こう。
返事くらいしてやれ。
お花、なんて？
Did they make a few different Final Fantasy movies?
お疲れ様。
Like that. I want to be leveling up if it gives me extra. Very useful. Okay. That.
もう帰っちゃう？
ああ、もう十分だ。
たじゃないか。一体何してたんだい？
ごめんね。いろいろ回ってきたから。
I watched Minari
ができてるよ。
do
だったら
last week?
客間の準備を頼むよ。
Friday?
はい。
No, a week and a half ago.
くつろいでて。
And that was really good. I like Steven Yeun a lot. But I also realized I don't like dramas in general.
あんた、その目、ソルジャーなんだろ
元ソルジャーだ。
う。悪いけど、何も聞かずに今夜のうちに出てってくれないかい。あんたたちは普通の暮らしと引き換えに力を手に入れたんだろう。欲張っちゃいけないよ。
お待たせ。
ご苦労さん。お腹空いただろう。
ペコペコ。
Cloud does not have much hair on his body. Never noticed that. Yeah, it's about a Korean American family. Or a Korean family in America. I don't know if they're Korean American. But yeah, it was super good. The theater had it with English voices and then Japanese subtitles. And apparently the Japanese subtitles weren't the best in the Korean parts. But I liked it. I think my issue is, like, if I'm watching something.
どうしたのクラウド？
いや。
怖い夢でも見た？でも
Why is she fully dressed in a door?
ちゃんと送ってあげるから。
If I'm gonna sit down and watch story, I kind of want it to have some kind of magic or something in it, something to make it not ordinary. So it's hard for me to spend so much time on a slice of life drama. Even if it was super well made. Really interesting. Okay. This is gonna be the most difficult part of the game, I feel. Oh, they got rid of that bucket. Nice of them. Yeah, I see that. Oh, this guy's an idiot. He can't make it down the stairs. Better make it easier.
6番街を抜ければいいのさ。簡単だろ。途中に危ないところもあるけど、ソルジャーなら問題ないよ。
元な。
あの子にはもう関わらないでくれるね。
わかった。
ありがとう。
Mama Aerith is intense. Feel from? Trying to remember this part in the original. Isn't this where Briggs' daughter gets kidnapped? Or am I jumbling things up because they extended story?
あら、お花屋さん。今日は子供たちを助けてくれてありがとうね。もうみんなソルジャー、エアリスにもお礼を言っておいてちょ。
ああ。
チョコボの洗剤、早速使ってみたわよ。
Let me run. How is she there?
あれこれは偶然ですな。
どういうつもり？
That's a strange way of speaking.
どうして？
もっと一緒にいたいから。
道案内を頼む。
喜んで。クラウド
Watching where they
どうしたの？
cried when... Oh, that was Death Stranding, where they cried when they were exposed to whatever weird stuff there was.
空が見えるな。
上工事中だからね。少し怖いね。ミッドガルを建設してるとき、プレートが落ちたんだって。まだ人が住む。
By the way, I don't know much about Twitch, but it looks like I have like 4 or 5 extra better Twitch TV emotes and a couple Franker-Z emotes available. So if there are any that you like, let me know. I don't know what to put in.
そのまま神羅に入った。6番街どころかスラムはあまり知らない。
昔ミッドガルを作るため人大勢集まって、その人たち宛てにして宿泊所、お店いっぱいできたの。そこで働く人も集まってきて、お金いっぱい動くようになって。
That word she used, shikuhakujo, really old. You barely ever hear that.
いかがわしい場所を広がらないように壁で囲んだの。それがウォールマーケットの始まり。壁の中だけならルール違反は目を。
Yeah, the Taiwanese kid, lol, none of my business, told me to get that one in. I like that one. The frog I'm a little iffy about, but I like the cat.
普通はウォールマーケット通っていくんだけど、私のおすすめはこっち。子供の頃からこっそり使ってるんだ。
I'll look into it. I mean, might as well fill them up. I can always get rid of any that I don't like. Ah, okay, I think I remember this. Uh,
気負いすぎる。
long range attacks to knock him out. Oh! Oh, that works. There's an interesting video that I show my students every year, the more advanced students. Like, Japanese uses a lot of loanwords, especially for newer things in technology. So, like, most computer stuff is basically just the English with a Japanese accent on it. So, like, hard drive is hard drive, or mouse, keyboard, that kind of thing. And so that they call katakana English, or katakana Japanese. McDonald's, yep, that's another one. And Japanese has some of the highest rates of loanword usage of basically any language. Yeah, the one I could never say was Australia for Australia. But as far as loan words go, every language uses some loan words. But for example, when I speak English, if I want to, I can keep it pure English. No, not doing accepting the fact that English is a mishmash of languages to begin with. But I can speak pure modern English. But like for a lot of Japanese people, and the video on YouTube is, can Japanese people speak pure Japanese? And they interviewed like 5 Japanese people. There were some younger people and some older people. And they asked them speak in only Japanese, so no loan words, no katakana Japanese. And there were some words and some things that people just could not say. Like they kind of had to guess what it was. And I think it's really interesting how the languages have mixed together. And basically, in the case of Japanese, made pure Japanese essentially indecipherable to Japanese people. Like, I teach high schoolers, but for 4 years I've shown that video, and the last word that they talk about is they say, well, what's the thing that is like a set of stairs that automatically moves people, which is an escalator. And in Japanese, you just say escaleta. But there is a Japanese word. And in 4 years, with 500 or 600 students a year, along with the other teachers that I work with, no one has been able to say escalator in pure Japanese. Which I think is kind of incredible. Okay. Oh, ah. Okay. Yeah, and I mean there's obviously like a right word for it, Hellenistic explanation for it, or like because of how English-speaking countries have colonized so many places, and then kind of a soft colonization through culture. That makes sense that English wouldn't be as affected by it, but accepting that, I just think it's really interesting how the language has evolved to necessitate using another language. But in here, what reminded me of that is most of the time in Japanese for hotel, you'll just say hoteru. And if it's a traditional Japanese hotel, you'd say it's a ryokan. But she called it a shikakujo, which is like a place of reservations. At my tab. Yo. Ah. Things are annoying. Ah. Already back down there? Okay. There's got to be a better way to fight those guys. Oh, that's what. Until I learned Japanese, I always thought that Skosh was like Yiddish, or like had some kind of Jewish origin. I didn't realize that it came from Skoshi, Japanese. Trust those things. Okay.
ムであのコンテナつかめない？
I like how this looks. Why would you ever make this machine?
すごい。クラウド、もしかしてアーム担当だった？はい。あれ、見て。どうして意地悪するかな。また腕の見せ所だね。
人使いが荒い。
私、下に行くね。
ん？
クラウド、いいよ。
Ooh, there's materia over there. Am I done? Oh, I see. She was down there. I didn't see her before. There was a PlayStation 2 game that I had that was too difficult for me to play when I was a kid. But it was called Robot Alchemic Drive, RAD. And it was such a cool concept. It had a special controller that I never could convince my parents to buy for me. But basically, you were like a Batman kind of figure. Not Batman. But you were the pilot of a giant mech. And you could either control it remotely from like a building or something, but you can only see out of certain camera angles. Or else you could climb on its shoulder, but you would have to like control its legs and arms and head individually. It was really tough to control. It was kind of like a co-op game, but like as a giant mech thing, and not intentionally bad, but intentionally hard. And I always thought it was super cool. I'll revisit it sometime. I think this end. I don't know what my plan exactly. I want to start Breath of Fire 4, and then I want to finish Bloodborne as well. But I don't know how long the Chalice dungeons actually finish. On the last section for the DLC. So hopefully that doesn't take long. Following me? Ah. And then... yeah, I have an emulator, and it was working really well, but then for some reason it started like slowing down really bad. I didn't change anything, so I'm not sure why it did. Fine, I may sit down and figure out what was going on with it. If there's any games I can't get that I play. I also want to get through Okage, another old school RPG. Death Stranding I need to get back to. Lowell is going to make me play Danganronpa 2, but I'm going to take that one a bit slower. And I really want to play through Darkest Dungeon again. Have you seen Darkest Dungeon? Or heard of it? It's a really cool, kind of indie game. It was made by a smaller studio. But basically, you've inherited your uncle or grandfather's estate, and it has been plagued with monsters. So you hire some people to come and help you clear it out. And the way you do that is you'll hire mercenaries to join your team. You can get like 16 of them at a time. And there are like 6 or 7 different classes. You make a team of 4 and you go into one of 4 or 5 different areas to try to clear it of monsters or do some kind of quest. And as you're doing that, you'll get different heirlooms. You'll get different items and things that you can use to upgrade your town. But as your team goes through these randomly generated dungeons, they'll fight monsters. You choose where to go. It's a 2D map, and so you're just walking left and right and then choose which path you want to go down. And oh, these guys aren't very strong. And so you're doing this. As you're going through the dungeon, you're fighting monsters, you take damage. But also your hero's stress starts building up as well. And after every dungeon, you'll totally heal, but your stress won't heal. And so you have to play this kind of stress management game where you send out different teams to go explore these different dungeons as you leave other members to go and recuperate in town. And you're trying to build up your town, and you get money from going through dungeons as well as experience for whoever goes through. So you use money to upgrade their equipment or buy new skills. Experience levels them up. And there are different bosses and things you have to do. And it is also permadeath. So if one of your characters dies, you can always replace them, but they'll be back down to level 1 or 2 out of 6 and significantly bigger. And so it's this balancing of saving enough money to heal your people versus spending it or investing it into your town to help upgrade your passive income versus leveling up your characters individually. It's incredibly difficult and frustrating. But it's also the kind of weird Lovecraftian story that I really like. Ooh, that did some damage. Why did you guys pick a fight with me? And the narrator's voice is really, really cool. I actually used to watch people doing Let's Plays of it to fall asleep. Because while it can be super stressful as you're going through it and playing it yourself, it's basically all turn-based, and you're just walking left and right as you choose which direction you go on the map. So it's also kind of calming. The sequel is coming out sometime in the near future. Played through the first DLC. I have both DLCs for it. But the first DLC is a really awesome, like, the concept is it's a Victorian masquerade ball that has been infested with vampiric insects. And so all of the people have turned into like gross vampire bugs. And it's called the Crimson Court. Good. It would fit well as a mobile game, I think. It's more complex than any mobile game I've played. And since it's a real game, there's no microtransactions or any pay-to-win kind of stuff like that. Not bad. I'd recommend looking up a like trailer or something on YouTube just to see, because it's a bit tough to. I think you have a good idea of what I'm describing it as. I don't think you're wrong, but it's extremely well executed. Also on the PC you can add mods into it, so once I beat it the first time, I added in like The Witcher and Jedi and things like that to it, which made it... They were super overpowered, but it was pretty fun. another arm? It is another arm. I have to use the restroom, so I will be right back. And then I'll figure out this arm. Hello, hello. Hey. I could see that. The dice rolls are definitely more apparent than they are in most games, I would say. Arms? But top of here? Oh, okay, okay, okay. I see, I see, I see. This kind of reminds me of the puzzle on the black ship in Breath of Fire 3. I've been a DM for 8 or 9 years now. And so I'm incredibly biased, but I always recommend, if you have a group of people to play with, D&D is super, super fun. I used to host couch surfers a lot. And it was always kind of awkward on my couch surfing profile because like I have no problem telling people that I play Dungeons and Dragons, but the couch surfers always seemed to come over on the nights that we were playing Dungeons and Dragons. And I would always ask them that, is it okay if my friends come over? We have our weekly game night. You're more than welcome to participate if you wanted. And a lot of times they said, yeah, they did want to, and it was super fun playing with them, especially the people that had never played before. And this one person, her name was Ashley, she decided she wanted to play. Had never played before. And she said she wanted to be like a spy kind of character. And my players were running around a city looking to find like some dirt on a gang that was in the city. And so Ashley asked me if she could, like, what the game was like, and I said, well, basically it's just making up a story together. You know, you tell me what you want your character to do, and then I tell you what happens in the world, and pretty much how we do it. Oh no. We're up. And so as the dungeon master, you know, my word is law. Ashley misunderstood that a little bit, and she thought she was just supposed to make stuff up. And so she kept telling the characters, my players, that there was more information at the different forges, like blacksmithies, found around the city. I had not planned for any blacksmiths to be in the city. I mean, presumably they would be there, but I hadn't written any blacksmiths. I had no idea what blacksmiths were going to do there. Oh, I see what I'm supposed to do. And so she made up, like, 5 different forges that then, on the fly, I had to populate with characters, with architecture, and basically just confused all of my players the whole time as to what was going on. But we spent like 3 hours going through different forges in the city that had never existed before that. And just that kind of organic story that comes out of the game, I don't think you get in any other game out there. Why? Yeah, she misunderstood a little bit of about what was going on. But it's always fun. I don't particularly care about, making money or anything from Twitch. But if I ever do get enough people like coming around consistently to do like group activities and things, there's a website, and I think they also have a downloadable program called AI Dungeon that uses AI to create a story that you interact with, kind of like D&D. And I would love to get like a group of people that don't know each other really, because I think if you do it with like a group of close friends, then it devolves pretty quickly. But like getting a group of people that don't really know each other and playing through an AI dungeon and making a story together sounds really, really cool. One of my favorite things I ever created as a dungeon master is yeah, if I get enough people, I would love to do that. Right now it's when I'm playing Smash Bros, it's normally like 4 or 5 people that come around, but I think if there were like 10 or 15 and I could have people vote on stuff to do, it would be pretty cool. I don't want anyone to be able to like overpower everybody else's vote. But one of my favorite items I ever made as a DM is there is a spell in Dungeons & Dragons called Wish. It's the most powerful spell in the game. And it's exactly what it sounds like. You make a wish and it comes true. It's extremely high level. Really, in most D&D games, you'll never see the spell. But there are some weapons, or just some items, that will have that spell like loaded into it. And if you know the right words, you can get the spell to come out. And I randomly gave my players a Staff of Wishes, but didn't tell them what it was. And so it had one charge of the wish spell. And told them, you know, staff seems extremely powerful, magic radiates through it, but you can't tell what it is. None of your spells can properly identify it. And every time they tried to throw it away, it would just mystically appear back on their, like in a holster on their back, so there was no way for them to get rid of it. And the activation for it was, if any of them said, I wish blah blah blah, like I wish I could talk to this person, I wish anything, it would have happened in the game. And they had it for 8 months and just kept calling it the annoying never disappear staff, despite it being like the most powerful object in the world. And until the like last session that we had, when the entire party was about to die, and I had to hint to them, you should, the staff whispers to you, wants to know what wish is in your heart. Something like that. And then it happened, and it was such a long build up for no payoff, but it was so fun to see their faces when they learned how valuable of a thing they had the entire time. It was a long time. Yeah. There was another one, it was with a different group, but I was playing with, there were like 4 of them. One of the guys was a Mexican friend of mine, and he decided he wanted to be a cleric that was basically like a badass Catholic priest. And in his Bible, he had like a hand crossbow that he would pull out as his weapon. And it was so much fun, because all these people had never played Dungeons and Dragons before, but they got so into it so quickly. And so one of my favorite things he did, and I had an Irish friend that did something similar, but whenever he was casting a spell, he would switch over to Spanish and give like a Spanish prayer whenever he would use something from his Bible. But there was a goblin invasion of the town that they were in, and the group had been pushed back to a church, the priest's church, and there were some of the older members of the clergy there, frail old men, and the boss of the goblins broke in. Party managed to beat him. He was on the ground, and the battle priest wanted to do something cool, so he gave this long speech in Spanish as he pulled out his crossbow from his Bible, aimed it between the goblin boss's eyes, and then I gave him his last rites in Spanish, and it all was just so cool. But beyond the story, the dice in D&D are what really rule the world. And in my games, I have a house rule where if you roll a 20, the highest number, if it's something possible, it will happen. But if you roll a 1, conversely, I then roll a percentile dice, so between 1 and 100. The lower it is, the less bad it is. So if you roll a 1, you fail. If it's 1 to 50, you just mess up. If it's 50 to 75, you mess up and there's some kind of small negative effect. 75 to 90, bit worse of something. 90 to 100 is really, really bad. And he rolled a 99 on his 1 to execute this goblin boss. And so what happened, I told him, was that took out his crossbow, was about to shoot the goblin priest between the eye, or the goblin boss between the eyes, but then one of the clergy made a noise that surprised him, and so he turned and shot him in between the eyes instead, in front of the entire congregation that was huddling, hiding from this rampaging force. And so that then changed the story so much, because then they had to go and hide from the village because he had executed his mentor.
ティファはそのあたりの男よりずっと強い。
コルネオはヘビみたいな男。どんなに強い女の子でもじわじわと締め付けて心をポキンと折っちゃうの。ティファが言ったのはそんな人と大勢の手下がいる場所。ね、クラウド。大切な人でしょ。助けてあげなくちゃ。
Or another one was they were trying to find a water dragon in his ocean temple. And they had found basically magic diving suits so they could breathe underwater. But they had this bag of stuff, and it was magic. They didn't know what it was, and they hadn't tried to figure it out. They just knew they had it. And they'd been told by someone, if you're in trouble, grab one of the balls out from inside and throw it, and it'll help you in some way. And so they're fighting these like evil mermaids, this underwater temple. They're a bit stronger than they expected. And so one of them thinks, okay, let's use this. We're ready. We gotta do this. So they grab from inside the bag. They throw one of the balls that's inside of it out at the bad guys that are there. And I forget the name of the item exactly. It was a pre-made one, but hadn't expected it to be used this way. It's basically a bag of animal friends. So they reach in, they grab a ball, they throw it. It's like a Pokeball. And then an animal, there's a table of animals. One of them randomly will appear where the ball is thrown. So they're in this underwater temple. And they throw one of these Pokeballs that they don't know what they are. And a black bear just appears underwater and starts drowning in front of them, while these mermaids are trying to kill them. And suddenly their entire focus changed to somehow saving this black bear they'd created.
ティアちゃんはコルネオさんの好みにドンピシャ。長年代理人をやってきた俺が言うんだから間違いないね。だから当分は屋敷から出られないってわけだ。もしかしたら 一生出られないかも
ドン・コルネオの居場所を知らないか。
な。おい、なんだ、やっぱり面倒を起こすなら勝手にやってくれ。俺を巻き込むな。帰れ帰れ。
ああ、行っちゃった。
Yeah, that kind of happens a lot.
街の中探してみよう。
I've learned anytime I throw animals into the equation, my group will instantly decide that is more important than anything else they were working on. Oh. More colorful than I expected.
いかなるものも拒まず、あまたの快楽があふれる街、ウォールマーケット。もちろんカップルも大歓迎。
At high levels, you can, or if you know a sufficiently powerful healer, you could do that. But in general, no. So D&D goes from level 1 to, well, level 0 to level 20 for characters. I believe raising someone from the dead, you have to be level 12, I say? You cast that spell yourself? So typically, if you die, your character is gone. In every group I've been a part of, the DM then allows you to make a new character that will come back at basically the same level. Maybe without so many items and things, but your character is, for all intents and purposes, dead. I had one character I really liked when I was a player that was killed off in kind of a bullshit way. And I was legitimately... depressed is too strong, but like it actually affected me for like 2 or 3 weeks. I was just in kind of a bad mood because this person I had spent so long creating and building and then like living through had been taken away from me. Oh, hey, there's you.
クラウドさん、研究のためならどこにでも赴く覚悟でご協力をよろしくお願いしますね。
Oh, I see.
クラウドさん、新たな仮説を思いつきました。こちらのデータ提出のご協力をお願いしますね。クラウドさん、新たなバテリアのバトルレポートを発行しました。召喚獣を倒してバテリアを完成させてください。
I think you might be thinking of D&D too much as... Think of it more as a story that's being told together, rather than a game. So, yes, technically, if a character in my story died, I could then immediately have random townsperson join in with the group. But if they're in the middle of a dungeon or something like that, then you know, how is that going to be possible for them? It becomes the question. So it needs to make narrative sense for a new character to join. So there aren't really, you know, hard rules. The DM can bend the rules any way they want, but it's kind of lame if the rules don't exist at all. Like, as upset as I was that I lost my character, it is so cool that a game could make you feel that way. Yeah, like a game could have that much of an emotional effect on you. What is this?
あんたちょっと何でも屋さんこの町で人の素性を探るのはご法度ですよ
ここで何をしている
あ実は私子供の頃からダンサーになるのが夢で夜はここで踊ってるんです子供たちには内緒
Yeah, I see why you wouldn't want the kids to know.
ダンサーになるために今は修行中です一流のダンサーになるために今は修行中です
I mean, I like the outfit, but it's intense for a teacher. Where am I going? Okay. I agree with you. You're not wrong there. Oh. Cool. I don't think I'll be listening to Cowgirl, but
今の俺には癒しが必要なんだ。甘い蜜のような癒しがとろとろの。
Doing. I don't think I've ever ran after a shirtless man that much.
わかるか？この感じ。おお、同類かよ。もしかして楽しいことの後は罪悪感やら自己嫌悪でめいっちゃうタイプか？でもそれは一時のことですぐにまた。あ、なんだ質問か？
ティファを見なかったか？
ティファ？愛しいその名を知るあんたは誰だよ？てかティファがここにいるのか？なんで？なんでよ。もしかして俺を追ってきたのか？街を出ないでジョニー。こうしちゃいられない。ティファティファティファ。
あの人
気にするな。知らなくても。
No, girl. Nope, 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 nope. Back. Let me go back. Let me run.
あれ見て。
いるけど。
ようこそウォールマーケット一の武器屋へ。
Oh, they do have weapons. Ooh. Quite an upgrade. Okay. Sword. Not too bad. Infinity's End. Crippling. Cool. I go 2 attack powers. Like that. Well, situational, but yeah, I'm gonna hold off on that. I kinda want to use this once, then go to bed. I want one fight with this new sword. Ooh, the materia is too. All of it. Bottle of ether.
おい、それ以上近
Leslie.
づくな。男によ。
人を探している。
Hmm.
ウォールマーク
だったらなんだ。
屋敷は立ち入り禁止だ。特に男はな。
はいはい、じゃあ私。
女の場合はもっと面倒だ。
あ、でもレズリーさん、なかなか可愛いっすよ。
なかなか
なかなか程度じゃ難しい。
どうにかならない？
ここがどういう場所なのか知ってるのか？
エアリス。
レズリーさん、やっぱり可愛いっすよ。スタイルはともかく。
Aisyo.
私、暴れていいかな？
いや。
代理人から
There's a lot more formal in English as well.
すればオーディションに出られる。
代理人って？
ウォールマーケットにはコルネオさんの好みをまずチョコボコ屋のサム、そしてテモミ屋のマダムマム、最後がミツバチの館のアニアンクーニャンだ。全員一癖も二癖もある連中だ。推測。
そっか。でも、わかった。ありがとう。
Ark, did you see the base swap thing that I made for Final Fantasy? Turned out really gross, but good.
エアリス、本気なのか？
他に方法ある？
でも
話は聞かせてもらったぜ。ティファはコルネオの屋敷にいるんだな。
え？
でもってコルネオの屋敷に入るには代理人の推薦。
I put it on my Twitter, but hold on, let me find it. Oh, I know how to do it. 1 second.
話、ちゃんと聞かない人だね。
Yes. Do I copy? There we go. I'm gonna use the restroom, but I will leave you with this for now. Enjoy. Now, I know I'm already beautiful, but that was a pretty wonderful one. I was actually kind of surprised how well that one turned out. If that's the right word for it. Maybe if I ever cosplay, that'll be the way to do it. Oh, I didn't know they said that. I guess that makes sense because coins in Japan don't have heads on them. Okay. Go to the other one. What is this? Guess it's not for me to know. Okay, and check what's back here. I like that treasure chest. Okay, let me through. There were so many other face swap things that I tried, and none of them worked well. But the Aerith and the Cloud ones, like, put my face perfectly on them. I was so surprised. Perfect is maybe not the right word, but
らっしゃいませ。
どうも。
ウォールマーケットが誇る最高のエンターテイメント、ミツバチの館へようこそ。ハニーガールまたはハニーボーイのご指名はありますか？
Oh yeah?
アニヤンクーニャンに会いたい。当店のナンバーワン、アニヤンクーニャンですね。ではご予約のお名前を頂戴してよろしいでしょうか？いや、予約はしていない。それは大変申し訳
Is that a mole or a
現在、アニ
person?
ヤンはご予約のお客様で向こう3年間は埋まっておりまして。
そんなに？
俺たちはただ会って話したいだけだ。
オーディションの推薦状が欲しいの。
そういうことでしたか。しかしどちらにしてもご予約がないことには。
そこをなんとか。
ごく稀にアニヤンが気に入ったお客様をお呼びすることがございますが、お客様からはどうすることもでき。
仕方ないね。他の人。
Why can't I catch his eye?
お力になれず申し訳ありません。
I just need to go to her last is the thing. Ugh, kind of annoying if it's gonna railroad me. I tried to put my face on Hulk Hogan, but it turned out awful. Okay. Like these groups of random people serving to block me from treasure chests. Okay, let's just go this way. Ah, this looks like Golden Guy. Nope.
いらっしゃいませ。お二人ですね。どうぞこちらに。本日はどういったもみにいたしましょう。もみ？あら、ご新規さんでしたか。うちは手もみ屋って言いましてね。人間手が疲れてるとろくに金勘定もできやしないでしょ。そんなお客様の疲れをもみもみと手と手の濃厚なスキンシップで解消させていただきます。というわけで。
He seems like a professional.
もみにいたしましょう。
俺たちは客じゃない。
と言いますと、
私をコルネオさんのオーディションに推薦してもらいたくて。
まったちょっと黙りな、勝手に口開くんじゃないよ。ったくまた変なの来たわ。ちょっとばかし若いからって許されるとでも思ってんのかね。で、 なんだって。頼み？あのね、二人さ、うちは手もみやもんでなんぼの店なの。客として来たわけじゃないだ。てめえら頼み事があるならまず客として揉まれるのが筋じゃねえのか？
I've met people like her before.
あんた、名前は？
クラウドストライフ。
手を出しな。
え？
早くしな。戦う男の力強い。それでいてしなやかにって。
When I worked in an electronics store, we had a huge rainstorm, and then there was a leak in the roof, and of course, and water got all over the printers that we were selling. Probably they were okay. But I asked my manager, hey, hello? Hello, hello, hello. Okay. I don't know what happened. My screen just went black. And everything shut off. Weird. Oh, sorry. Loading back up Twitch and everything, checking everything out. Just 1 second. Is that a hand massage parlor? Yeah, sorry about that. Paid her 3,000 because I figured maybe I would get something better? This is weird. Did I ever tell you about my strange Thai massage where I was molested? Another story. Either way, we had this big rainstorm where all of these all of these printers were just covered in water. And I went to the manager And I asked him, so what do we do with these printers? Because, like, I wouldn't want to buy a printer that had been covered in water. So are we sending them back, or what do we do? And he said, well, it costs less for the company if we sell them and then people complain about them than if we have to send them back ourselves. So we're just gonna keep selling them. So, well, that's evil. I said, yeah, it kind of is, but you need to do it. And so for the next few weeks, I told everyone they didn't need printers, but
気に入ってるんだけどな。あんたらイチャつくなら店の外でやっとくれ。あ、ごめんなさい。でも服どうしよう。心配しなさんな。私がコルネオのハートを射抜く服を見つけろってやるよ。払うもんさえ払えばね。
いくらだ？
ざっと100万。といったところで、あんたらが払えないってことは100も承知さ。だから提案があるんだよ。この町には地下闘技場があってね。クラウド、あんた、私のそこで優勝できたらエアリスを飛び
賞金が出るのか。
うん、推薦人の私にね。
わかった。
いい返事だ。もう受付は始まってるからね。急いで闘技場へ向かう。
okay. Let's go win this tournament.
どんな大会かな。
この町の大会だ。ろくなものじゃないだろうな。
優勝できそう？
そこは心配していない。
強気もいいけど足元すくわれないようにね。
It was always weird working in that electronics store. Because there were insane people that would come through. For no reason that I could tell. I think some of them just wanted to talk. But... no. Oh, I get a Hatsumaki and then I'm immune to sleep.
いや、俺だ。
2人でお願いします。
うん。
推薦してもらうの私でしょ。だったら私も出る権利。
じゃあお二人さん、地下の控え室へ進んでくれ。
Down.
思ってたより降りるね。どこまで続いてるんだろう。何人ぐらい参加するのかな。
There was one guy that came in that told me he was excited to become a level 3 citizen, but he couldn't become a level 3 citizen until he found a book on artificial intelligence and abiogenesis, which is the spontaneous creation of life, because Microsoft was currently working on creating new life forms in order to place them in our brains and control us and force us to buy more computers. in my store we did not sell any books, but he was adamant that he wanted to buy a book that would explain how to become a level 3 citizen. And my friend worked at the bookstore next door, so I very quickly told him, we don't have this, but the store right next door, if you go there, I'm sure that Zach can help you. Zach was my friend that was working at the time. Yeah, you know, I help. I don't think he appreciated it as much as he should have. But I never heard from the guy again, so it's been okay. Ooh. Gotten up to 10% now. Okay. So for me personally, so I worked at Best Buy, and when I was working there, we did not make commission or anything. And we did have like sales targets to hit, but I never cared about them. So purely from a personal perspective, I thought upselling and everything like that was kind of bullshit. And so I was more than happy to help people that came in just wanting questions answered for them. As long as they were not trying to string me along as well, if that makes sense. So yeah, I didn't care. As long as people were nice, anything was fine with me. There were a few times where I spent like 3 or 4 hours with people, and they didn't buy anything. It was mostly, as long as people weren't dicks, then I was fine with whoever came in for whatever reason. There was one old lady that wanted to sign up for a credit card. I never suggested people sign up for the credit card. But she really wanted to for the 0 interest financing thing. But she was a bit hard of hearing, and the phones in the store were really bad, and she had to call the credit card company in order to consent to signing up for it. Couldn't hear from there. So I handed her my phone, my personal phone, because the speaker was better. And she got frustrated with it, and she threw my phone on the ground after I had been helping her for like 2 hours. And that was the only time that I almost lost it. Nice. Yeah, no, I think that's totally cool. If the people are working on commission, then I could see them not being as happy about it. But ultimately, their job should be to help you rather than to sell things, I think. Whoa. Yeah, it was one of those things where she tried to pull, like, the customer is always right on me, but she had seen me being, like, there were 2 registers, and there was a couple at the other register that had seen me spending a ton of time with her and then being very patient and calm with her as well. And when she threw my phone on the ground and then I grabbed it and told her, still politely, but ma'am, my personal property, I allowed you to use it, trying to be nice to you. You cannot try to damage my personal things because you're frustrated. And if you continue to do this, you're going to need the door. And then she tried to say, well, this is the worst service I've ever had. How dare you speak to me this way? You know, you made me wait so long to get helped, etc., etc. And, like, when you're working in the store, when you're working customer service, you can't really fight them that much, but thankfully the other customers that were nearby, like, stepped in and said, no, hold on a second. We've seen him helping you. It's not normal for a salesperson to let you use their phone or something like that. He's been helpful. How dare you, like, treat him this way? And then she was kind of shamed into apologizing and leaving the store. Oh, Beck is back? Oh, there's a lot of them now. Yeah. Yeah, that's very true. There was another time where an old guy came in and wanted to buy a math book because he'd heard you could type in different languages on it. Which I personally do like Macs for typing in other languages. But, you know, it's whatever. Like, if you like Mac, you like Mac. That's just kind of how it is. And I didn't know how to change the language to Hungarian. I don't speak Hungarian. And he'd asked me, because he had a Hungarian pen pal, how do you do this? And I told him, hey, don't really know, but if you give me a moment, I'm happy to try to find out. And so I started playing with the computer settings to figure out how to get a Hungarian keyboard. And I thought it was pretty clear that I was just figuring this out for myself, and then I would try to teach him afterwards. But as I was playing with stuff, started going off in a real boomer rant, you know, like, I'm so sick of you young people, like, just speeding through computer things. Obviously, I don't know how to do this. Why would you do this so quickly? Like, not even teach me when I'm here as your customer. And he started getting really aggressive, and I stopped. I told him, like, hey man, I don't need to help you here. Actually, according to company policy, I'm supposed to send you to the front desk, and they're going to charge you $100 to teach you how to do this. I don't know how to do it, and rather than teach you the wrong things, I'm trying to teach myself how to do it properly, and then I'll teach you. It'll be super easy. But at the moment, I don't know how to do what you want me to do. And so unless you want to pay $100, you need to lower your voice, stop insulting me, and then I'll teach you as soon as I can. And I kind of expected him to not be happy with me speaking to him that way. But he went silent for a minute, and after that he said, you know, thank you. I'm sorry that I was so aggressive with you. Last time I came in here, they made me go to the front, spend $300, and then my grandson told me exactly how to do it. For free, and it wasn't that difficult at all. And so I feel like people in here are just trying to take advantage of me. So yeah, man, like, it was 2 months before I left to Japan, and I already knew I was moving here and quitting my job, so I told him, like, I'm quitting in a month. Don't really care about this at the moment. I just want to help people. So I have no incentive to try to take advantage of you or be disrespectful towards you. And he was super nice. And then he came in like every week before I quit. He gave me a book before I left. He was super nice. These guys are so lame. I don't like said cutter and sweeper, which makes more sense in Japanese. Why would they change it to cutty and sweepy? Okay. Ooh. Oh. Ah, more lightning. Okay. Infinity's End. Ooh. Okay, I should kill here. Ooh. Wow. Nope. Ah, shit. Ooh. I will look at that in 1 second. Arc. Trying to get through this. yeah, that's kind of how it goes. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna use the restroom, but I'll be right back. Yeah, there were always
意外とおとなしいのね。もっと怒り狂う。
strange ones, but as long as they were nice about it and like assumed I was human, then pretty okay with whatever.
でもそれ、裏も表もない。
There was one guy that came in looking for a computer for his daughter for college.
賞金をいただこうかし
I
ら。
told him a couple options he had, and he instantly went to the like $200 computer.
あ
And I told him,
あっとあんた、
like,
ふざけてんの
yeah, this computer will work okay, but it's not gonna last you 4 years. Like, if she does anything besides word processing, you don't want a $200 computer.
喜んでるとこ
Because in general,
残念だけど、
it's gonna be bad in a couple years.
どういうこと？
あんたではもう
So I showed him a couple others. My general philosophy was,
掛け金も膨れ
if you can afford it,
コルネオがこれ
like a $500 laptop will last you 4 years if you're not a gamer.
戦する最後の
Like for college, etc.
ようやく優勝になるってわけさ。
And I showed him a couple computers, and one was like $1,400. It was a Surface. Ow.
でも仕方ないのさ。
I wasn't expecting that.
ただ次勝てば、さすがにコルネオだって渋らないだろう。観客が黙っちゃいないさ。
次が最後だな。
そうなんだ
And so I showed him this Surface because his daughter was interested in it. And in front of his wife and his daughter, his 2 daughters, he turned to me and said, "Wow, it's $1,400? You know, my daughter, she always wants such expensive things. Like, he had me buy her a 300 pair of jeans a few days ago. For me, if I spend $300 on jeans, they better be able to give me a blowjob while I'm walking around." In front of his wife and his 2 daughters, he said that. Like, oh, that's wonderful. Sounds great. And his daughter turned bright red. His wife hit him, but I don't know how to respond to that. Right? My favorite was still right when I got hired. I got hired before Black Friday. Do you know Black Friday? It's a big thing in the States, but... And I know it's been getting bigger outside the States, but I don't know if you have it in the Philippines, or if you're aware of it. But basically the day after Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving's always on a Thursday, the day after, all the stores have huge sales where people will line up for like 2 weeks to be the first ones into a store to get special discounts and things like that. And so I'd just been hired. I knew enough about computers to get by to like sell stuff in my department. But I know nothing about TVs. I don't know what specs mean. I don't really know what resolution means, except the bigger the number, the better it looks. And so I told them, like, I don't know anything about computer or about TVs. during the interview process. And for some reason, on Black Friday, they moved me from the computer section over to the TV section. And I went to my manager in the morning and said, hey, just to refresh your memory, I don't know anything about TVs. I said, yeah, that's fine, just work the register, you don't have to do anything. Okay, no problem, that sounds fine to me. Baba Yaga? And so I got there, was at the register, and somebody said, hey, can you help me? I have some questions about a TV. And I said, no. And they laughed because they thought I was just being funny. And so, okay, well, yeah, that's great, but like, I have some questions about this TV. I said, yeah, I do too. It looks nice though. And they said, okay, yeah, that's super funny, but can you answer these questions for me? And I said, no, I cannot. Okay. And then they said, you know, like, well, what are you talking about? Why can't you help me? Like, I work in the computer section. I have absolutely no understanding of TVs. So, if you really want me to, I will make things up. But I cannot answer these questions for you. And once they understood that I actually didn't know anything, they were actually pretty nice about it, surprisingly. I think it was kind of like, if he's actually telling the truth, what are we supposed to do here? Like, can't actually get angry at him for not knowing stuff. I could see that. I want to level up all the materia, but maybe it's better if I have every element with me. Oh. I'm still... doing too bad. Is this God House mode? haven't used Chocobo and Moogle yet. They seem less powerful than a bomb. Okay. Oh, that doesn't do that much. What is happening? Yeah, I should have put on Diva instead. Oh, this is gonna take a long time. Huh? Back to God Health. Okay. Okay, calm down. What is this God House mode? Ah. Oh. What? What did it say about God House?
クラウド選手も大打撃か。
落ち着いていけ。
お任せあれ。
一面を焼き尽くす爆風。これは逃げ場があり。
At least she has a free heal, I guess.
吹き抜ける風に乗せて。
エアリス選手によるけなげなサポート。会場から癒しのブリーズ。
Seems like he's been in God mode the entire time. No. Oh boy. Ah, where did that come from? Operator is the stronger mode? I've gotten Limit so many times. Yes, yes, yes. I feel like I'm missing something here. Oh, that did some damage. Okay. This is a long boss fight. Whoa. If I only have... I guess I can check for when I see... How is... Hmm. Ow, did I time that wrong? I timed that so wrong. Okay. Third phase. What is... Ooh. Okay, that's good. That breaks everything. Looks like... Ah, that's so fast! Ah. What? Okay. Oh, that's not good. Okay, that was a fair bit of damage. Cure her. This God House mode is so annoying. Okay. Oh, really? I don't know why it changes so fast, is my problem. My potion. Six is a critical. Am I safe here? What the hell is that? I thought I would be going to bed quite a while ago. I think what's more annoying is it's not clear when God mode is activated. Right. It's not when it's not activated, but it's like activated all the time, and then it has basically no cooldown. Like, even if I wanted to block it there, nothing I could do. Like, I see it's active, but what am I supposed to do here? Ah. Yeah, but like here, I'm doing normals with Cloud. God mode is not active, and I'm just being repelled each time. What? You don't attack the back? That's like the main thing to attack. Yeah, like. Health he has left? 3,000 left. Ah. Okay, that was quite a bit. Want to get back to prayer. Her high potions. Oh. This just doesn't seem like the best planned out of boss fights. I don't really understand what its arms are doing. Oh! Almost. Ah. One. Oh. Okay. God, that was tough. Thank you. That took forever. Not to toot my own horn, but I kind of like that. Okay. With that, talk to this guy real quick. Yep. With that, I am going to bed. Been in late. Oh. Do I just have to walk in, or do I have to fight more stuff? It's just walking it. Okay. Okay. That's the case. Bedtime for me now. And I will get my second limit tomorrow. Don't try to trick me enough later. I'm ready to go to bed. Oh. It's good talking to you, Ark. I will see you around. You as well. Hope you have a good vacation. Good night. Goodbye. Bye bye bye.